North Korea says record test was new Hwasong-19 Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. North Korea recently conducted a test of its latest solid-fuel intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM Hwasong-19. The Hwasong-19 is North Korea's biggest missile yet, and its test comes during a time of notable tensions on the peninsula. State media announced, amid growing international concern over North Korean troops reportedly supporting Russia and Ukraine. This missile launch set a new altitude record for North Korean tests, reaching higher than any prior missile, according to tracking by both South Korean and Japanese military officials. After traveling deep into space, the missile eventually splashed down in the ocean between Japan and Russia. The Korean Central News Agency, KCNA, praised the Hwasong-19 as the world's strongest strategic missile. However, questions persist regarding North Korea's ability to guide the missile accurately and protect a nuclear warhead during re-entry. Nonetheless, like North Korea's other ICBMs, the Hwasong-19 demonstrated a range that could potentially reach nearly any point in the United States. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, who oversaw the test, said the new ICBM demonstrated the nation's hegemonic position in nuclear missile development, according to KCNA. The test, conducted just days before a significant U.S. presidential election, drew swift condemnation from the United States, South Korea, Japan, European allies, and the United Nations Secretary General.
One of the things that we emphasized today was a reaffirmation of the United States' ironclad commitment to the ROK security, and that includes through extended deterrence. That's especially important in light of the ongoing provocations coming from North Korea, including another ICBM launch just yesterday. We condemn it in the strongest terms. The latest launch of many and other provocative actions that it's taken. Flagrant violations all of multiple UN Security Council resolutions.
U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin noted that the Pentagon is in the early stages of assessing the missile test, but stated there was no evidence of Russian involvement.
This is something that we're going to have to continue to watch very, very closely. It will potentially embolden them to do more of the kinds of things that we've seen them do here recently, especially the kinds of things that we saw yesterday with the launch of an ICBM.
KCNA asserted that the launch posed no threat to neighboring countries and characterized it as a necessary defensive measure against threats from North Korea's adversaries. The Hwasong-19 will reportedly be deployed alongside the Hwasong-18, another solid-fuel ICBM first tested last year. Solid-fuel missiles offer several advantages. They do not need to be fueled immediately before launch, making them faster to deploy and harder to detect than liquid fuel missiles. Images released by KCNA showed the Hwasong-19 as a multi-stage missile launch from a canister mounted on a massive transporter erector launcher, TEL, vehicle. The images also included shots taken from cameras attached to the missile, capturing stage separations and views of Earth. According to KCNA, the missile traveled 1,001.2 kilometers, 622.12 miles, over 85 minutes and 56 seconds before landing in the sea off North Korea's eastern coast. The Hwasong-19 test comes amid U.S.-South Korean military drills, which have included joint airstrikes on simulated North Korean missile launchers and, for the first time, joint drone exercises targeting missile sites, a capability crucial in a conflict scenario to neutralize North Korean launchers quickly. The Hwasong-19's TEL vehicle is the largest North Korea has developed, with 11 axles, longer than the 9-axle TEL used for the Hwasong-18. This suggests the Hwasong-19 itself is longer and possibly wider, indicated by the vehicle's narrow driver cab to accommodate the missile's increased diameter. Previously, North Korea used an 11-axle TEL for its Hwasong-17, a liquid fuel missile, but the Hwasong-19's TEL features a modified cab for a larger missile body. According to Pyongyang, the Hwasong-19 flew at a maximum altitude of 4,776.8 miles. South Korean and Japanese militaries confirmed the flight path, and the missile was fired on a lofted trajectory to avoid leaving the immediate region. However, if launched on a standard trajectory, it could potentially reach cities across the U.S. mainland. KCNA reported that the Hwasong-19's extended flight time, 85 minutes and 56 seconds, compared to 74 minutes in the last ICBM test 10 months ago, suggests advancements in solid fuel rocket technology or increased fuel capacity, marking a significant step in North Korea's missile capabilities. North Korea's latest missile test not only signals the continued development of its strategic missile forces, but also appears intended to send a clear message to the United States, highlighting its growing deterrent capabilities. The test coincides with ongoing U.S. and South Korean military exercises, where both countries' forces have used aircraft and drones to simulate attacks on North Korean targets. Notably, for the first time, drones from both countries have participated in these joint maneuvers. South Korea recently conducted live-fire drills involving US MQ-9 Reaper drones dropping GPS-guided munitions on target sites, while a South Korean RQ-4B Global Hawk drone carried out intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR) operations. In any potential military engagement, drones would play a crucial role for South Korea, especially in locating mobile targets like missile launchers and tracking North Korean troop movements on the ground. On October 30th, U.S. and South Korean fighter jets also conducted a large-scale simulated bombing exercise targeting North Korean sites, including ballistic missile launchers. Dubbed Freedom Flag 24-1, this operation involved 110 aircraft in a demonstration of combined air power. The South Korea-U.S. combined defense capability and readiness to overwhelm the enemy in response to North Korea's nuclear and missile threats were demonstrated through this large-scale joint air training exercise, South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said in a statement.